What's up, y'all boys? It's Blux. Welcome back to the channel. And today I got a crazy one for y'all, man. We're doing rankings, tier list rankings of every Super Smash Bros. Newcomer reveal throughout the series. Well, specifically Smash 4 and Ultimate. But it's not just me. Today I got a good friend of mine. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my boy.
What it do, people? Niggas 107, and just like blocks, mid play smash.
Yeah.
Oh shit, breaking news, man.
Oh,
I got joining us
and
live, bro, out of the blue. I got another good friend of mine for the
eh,
tier list, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, my name is Joel Ars152.
Yes,
I'm here
sir.
to chill out.
Yes, sir. All right, so I'm gonna catch this man up to speed because clearly he literally just joined out of the blue, and I wasn't expecting it. But right now we doing tier list rankings for all the newcomers from Smash 4 and Ultimate. And we're gonna be watching all the different trailers, seeing what we like in them, seeing what we fuck with them, seeing what's going on with them, and ranking them out. See who got the best tier list and who, you know what I'm saying, who's mid, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and break down some of my tiers that I got up on the screen from bottom up. At the bottom, we got I'm Sleep, aka F tier, and I'm sleep, man. I'm not paying attention to your review. Then we got the tier above that, mid, self-explanatory. It's kind of whatever. Then we got slightly above that, classic mean. I mean, it's alright, like it's whatever. And then above that, which would essentially be the A tier, my body is ready. If y'all know Reggie, former president of Nintendo of America, then you already know what time it is. And then, of course, at the top, our proverbial S tier, Mewtwo. We got the Mewtwo tier, man, aka a shout out and paid of respects to Etika. All right, man. So let's go ahead and get into it. To be honest, I'm gonna go ahead and be starting off with, I believe it's Villager, right?
yes, is
Yeah.
villager.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get straight to it.
All right, here that's it. We ready?
We ready.
Let's get it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was
We
pretty
have
good if you
one,
ask me, man.
aka we have one final thing to show you. Please take a look.
Oh yeah, didn't they? This was the final announcement in the E3 trailer, wasn't it?
Yep, this was the final thing they showed off.
Yeah, I think it was E3 2013.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was fire. It was fire.
Man, what a time. That's like 10 years ago or
This
11 years ago.
the
Oh
same
God.
year, the same year Sony basically said screw you to Microsoft with their pricing and the announcement of the PS4.
Yup.
Hey, to
Speaking
me,
of, I just
this
gotta
is
get this
like,
off real quick. Like, I don't know what Microsoft was doing, bro. The idiocy was on a whole different level because the
Bro,
way Sony was, I mean, the way Sony was spanking them like a kid with bad grades who got detention coming home and had to show their parents the bad report card. I don't know. Anyways,
yeah.
what
So
what
yeah,
what are we thinking about the Villager trailer?
I would
mm,
say my body is ready, really.
I mean, it was a great choice to kick off the kickoff, cause like thanks to like Animal Crossing now getting like the big boom. Thanks ever since like New Leaf on the 3DS. It was like a no brainer. It was like a no brainer that a rep was gonna get in, and plus Sakurai wanted like an Animal Crossing rep.
Yeah, I think I agree. I feel like it was a strong trailer, especially as a show ender for 2013 E3. I think that it was a surprise that Villager was coming to Smash Bros. Or I mean, really, that it was a Smash Bros. Trailer, because the way they set it up, you could have thought that it was some type of like a Animal Crossing DLC. But when you start seeing the franchises start cutting across the front of that trailer, that's when you start to realize when you lock in. So I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. My body is ready too.
All right, now let's move on to the next,
So next up we got Mega Man.
aka the character that everyone wanted in Brawl. All right, Mega Man.
Sensational. If you ask me, I feel like this should be a real easy decision. It should be pretty much consensus. Personally, I think it's in Mewtwo tier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and especially during the time that Capcom's been they've been treating Mega Man
Yeah, pretty
like
easy work.
holy crap, like Legends 3 getting canceled, that Mega Man universe can get canceled. And what did Capcom have to show in response to that? Basically him showing up in the Street Fighter Cross Tekken as bad box art Mega Man. Bad.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I remember when this trailer had dropped that it was crazy. Like basically every because Mega Man was wanted in Smash Bros for so long before he actually got in with this trailer. So when he popped up on the screen, like when he, you know what I'm saying, like the level spawn in animation and it clicks in your mind that it's Mega Man, it was
Mm-hmm.
raps.
Especially with the hair, especially with him putting on the helmet. It was
Absolutely.
And then turn on, and then all the lights and shit, and proceed to put them on the chokehold.
yep.
Yup.
And plus, that trailer right there literally showed that Mega Man was literally had more care, that they had more love and care of the of the Blue Bomber than what Capcom did for like that year during those years.
Mm-hmm. All right, so moving along. Next we got Wii Fit Trainer.
Breathe slowly as you hold this pose. Focus on holding your balance. Try to keep your center of balance within the yellow area. Great, keep it up. Let's get fired up. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Feel the burn. Let's tone up those legs. Now, let's try it together. Try to keep your balance.
Short
And
and sweet.
yeah,
But for me though, it doesn't give a lot
If you want my
to give the character.
right.
yeah. And
Now
plus people. Oh, go ahead. You,
all right. What I was gonna say is personally, I'm teetering between I mean it's alright and mid. If I'm gonna just get that out of the way quick. Now, which one exactly I want to pick, I'm unsure. That's why I want to let y'all get your thoughts off to see where I want to land with it. But I think pretty confidently I could say that it's not in the upper two tiers.
for me, it's alright. I mean, they just did what they needed to do. It's like, and people, like, I mean, sure, people will say, "Oh, she should even need to be that game, need been Smash, not just Smash." And then you have to realize how much money and how much the Wii Fit games sold, sold during that time when the Wii was like OG Wii was out.
Right. What about you, Joel? What do you think?
To me, it got to be the midsection, only because even though it's like very short, but again, it doesn't bring out the character as much. As all she really was a placement that was the idea sold by the Wii U, because at the time the Smash 4 was only on the Wii U.
Right.
and they needed a placeholder to do so. So, I don't see the hype around the trailer. Considering it like very short, does that give me around too much of what she can really do around the trailer alone? So that's why I said it would be the middle.
Mm.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and then lock it in the mid tier. And the reason why I say so is because of the fact that I feel like the trailer itself is banking on the element of surprise to a certain extent, more so in a joking fashion, kind of like, oh my god, I couldn't believe that Wii Fit Trainer of all people got in the game. Like, it's so crazy. Like, what in the world? But when you really take a step back to realize what that actually means, it essentially means that they turned a character like essentially a template character. It would be essentially kind of like Mii's, but even with Mii's, the difference is that they have a level of customization and like player reflection to them. But Wii Fit Trainer is like, I mean, this is like it would be like if Just Dance, you know how in Just Dance they have like that white or like that singular solid color character that is representing the motions that you're supposed to dance in, stuff
Yeah.
like that. It would be like if that character got in the game, which is whatever. You feel me? So I think that's the reason why I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in to the mid tier.
Yeah. Oh, and before I continue, I just want to say, like, go back to the Mega Man's part. Also, like, back then, back, like, like, during, like, Mega Man's reveal, like, during the Brawl days, like, once Snake got announced, it was, like, both Sonic and Mega Man were, like, the two most wanted third parties to join.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're not reacting to Snake and Sonic, but if we were, they would easily be in the Mewtwo tier. Just for context.
Yeah, just, just throwing it out.
All
Alright,
right.
now... we're now at the point, well, we're pretty much now we're now done with the E3 section for now with the trail. Cause now we're about to enter in um
I believe it's Nintendo Directs, right?
yes. Yeah, the Nintendo Directs. And the first one to start off, the first match for like trailer for like to start off for the Nintendo Direct side is Rosalina and Luma.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all
Mhm.
boys, go ahead. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts.
All right. Uh, first thing first. Love the Kirby Air Raid ref, ref with the opening. Second, I love the fact that they use for the Mario characters that they use like that they had them racing on Rainbow Road, and with the confirmed Mario characters that they had announced for the game so far. Thirdly, thirdly, hmm, I was getting a little uh she was basically, yeah, I'm probably the only one that probably might think of this. I was getting like a little bit of ice climbers, but instead it was like a mine, it was like a controlled ice climber.
Yeah, you talking about like the Nana and Popo dynamic with the CPU,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the
What about you, Joel? What you think?
To me, I believe that. Let me get this out of the way. I believe it would be my body is ready because it shows really good cinematic for a character that most people want, and she's like one of the few princesses that got carried along to this Smash Bros. Rep, and with that out of the way, she looks fun as a character, where it shows a lot more movesets, shows how she plays, and given the fact of where she's pretty much what you call it, having that ambiance of saying that she's here to get your reps on.
Right.
eh,
Oh man, it's crazy. It's looking like I'm the odd man out, and the reason I say that is
Oh,
because I'm gonna give some pushback. I think that this trailer should be in the I mean it's alright tier, and the reason I say that is a couple of things. At least I think a couple of things. One of the major reasons being is that I feel like, but at least to me personally, I feel like I have to I have to dock some points and carry out some punishment towards the trailer because of the fact that even though the production quality is good, which I did like that, the beginning part of the trailer, in my opinion, comes across as a fake out, a really hard one at that. If memory serves me right, this trailer was in a Nintendo Direct, and in that Direct, they used it as a one more thing, or just in general as a Smash Bros. Announcement, and it it felt like it could have been a Kirby's Air Ride reveal. Um, I'm unsure if whether or not it would have been Kirby's Air Ride or maybe Mario Kart, but the way that the trailer starts off with Kirby on the Warp Star and then eventually transition over to him kind of riding with the Mario Kart crew, you get this feeling or you get this sense at first like, oh my god, is it Kirby Air Ride? And then okay, next it's like, oh my god, is it is it maybe like a Mario Kart crossover, or maybe it's like Super Smash Kart or something? And then you come to the realization that, oh no, it's Rosalina and Luma. And Rosalina and Luma, like, their moveset is cool, and the rest of the trailer plays out pretty nicely. I think there's a couple of references that's going on. But it's the fact that, at least to me, compared to the rest of the lineup that is here, Rosalina and Luma themselves, like in a vacuum, is kind of okay. It's not the craziest thing in the world. And then on top of it, the trailer itself has that fake out factor involved, is what makes me feel like it should be in the Amina side tier. Well, so what y'all want to do with it? Y'all want to take it to a vote or what?
I mean, I only take it. I would say this. I guess the pushback I would see is where most people wanted another character on the first party candidates.
Yeah, let alone the Mario for series. And
Yeah,
now,
and
and like
and
Joel said, Rosalina was literally like one of the few picks, big picks out there.
which is fine. A lot of people do expect Rosalina and Luma to be there. However, though, I do believe that what Bluck said was true. Is where it does look like a fake out. Consider that it looks like you have this Mario Kart stage with a Mario Kart characters doing Mario Kart stuff, and then we would count to believe that we're getting another rep, either the Kirby side or any of the Mario Kart serious ones, preferably some of what you call it. Some of the characters back then, but however though, Rosalina Luma, and a setting at least, are in the stars. So people will make that comparison to say that, oh, Rosalina is actually here because of the stars, the rainbow stage and such and such and such. Yes. So, but however though, I will compromise on I mean, it's all right. Like at peak, because literally, like I said, great cinematic production. Show the character when it needed to be shown. What you call it, the ambiance around her, of what she is, and who the character is, and begin to shit on every character out there,
Right.
and if go on for one, and that's how a character trailer should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
So, go ahead, Kendall.
I mean, I can respect it. I I might put in the all right first.
All right. So it's looking like I'm locking in the Amina side tier. And as we get through some of the rest of them, we could definitely revise it, because I mean, if the rest of them start lacking or something, then we could
Yeah.
definitely move it up there.
Now, so after this is where like the Smash trailer starting to like get its footing. It started becoming getting juicy, because the next character was the character that I've been wanting ever since he was an assist trophy in Brawl.
$98, $99, $100, $101. You ain't done yet. Yeah, feel the burn. Keep it up, son. Pick up the pace, baby. Jab, jab. 1, 2. Faster, faster. Hit him, baby. Get serious, kid. Smash him. Straight. Uppercut. Punch, punch, punch. Give him the good. It's your time, Mac. Show him what you got, baby. 1, 2, keep it up, son. Jab, jab, hit him hard. Uppercut, body blow. Tear that armor up back. Don't flinch. Hit him, baby. Straight. Counter. All right. Smash him. The punch is mightier than the sword. You ain't no half fighter, Mac. Quit fooling around up there. Smash ain't no joke. All right. Shake it off, son. Build up the power meter. Now, Mac, let it rip. The world's waiting for you, kid.
All right. I'll let you two go first.
Yes, sir, man. Honestly, I think it's ironic given the fact that I actually really fuck with this trailer. I think it's super high quality, but in game, I can't stand fighting the character. Little background lore. When Smash 4 was around and I played it competitively, I was a Luigi main. And I hated that matchup because of the way Mac has so much pushback on a lot of his moves and super armor. And so when it comes into contact with his shield, you're constantly slipping and sliding and getting pushed back. And so it's hard to punish things. Interesting dichotomy there. But in general, I'm teetering between Mewtwo tier and the body is ready tier. Reason why I say that is because I think that the production value of the trailer is great. I think that the way that they introduce him is good. I think that the in-game gameplay scenes are also nice. The one minor thing that I could bring up to go against it is somewhat similarly to the Rosalina trailer. There is an argument to be made that there's somewhat of a fake out or just a deflation of expectation, because the way the trailer plays out, it makes you feel like it could be an announcement of like a new Punch-Out game, which, by the way, Nintendo, what are y'all doing? Where the hell is Punch-Out? Why has it been gone for, I don't know, going on what, 15, maybe 20 years now? Something like that, since the Wii.
Excellent.
Yeah, I digress. But even if you do want to make that argument, it's to a significantly lesser extent, just because one, the Smash Bros cross hatching, like the logo thing, had popped up onto the screen, and two, the transition is like really quick into the actual Smash Bros gameplay. So in general, right now I want to say I'm probably settling on my body is ready tier, but I'm willing to hear out arguments for if it should be higher or lower.
Alrighty. I guess it's my turn. So let me start here. I will say, for me, it's either my body is ready or teeter to I mean, it's all right. And let me tell you why I think the possibility of a placement like that could be shorted out. I mean, don't get me wrong, the production level of like how the trailer goes is raw. It's a raw introduction of the character that we once wanted in a brawl section that nobody else noticed as an assist trophy. So that expectation is high, but it's not high enough to a point where nobody suspected that this character will bring in. Hence why I said that it could be the teeter around. I mean, it's all right. It's an all right trailer. It has everything needed to be a trailer for the character. It has good productions, the way how the characters move, how the character is playable. Most early Smash 4 what you call it content literally barely has that. So this is like a good introduction to it. And good so what you call it. I would say his background story at least. Like giving him ad libs to what his character is like from his coach in the background. That's not something that you see every day. So, but however, like I said before, nobody suspected this character to be in the game. They thought it'd be another assist trophy and such. However, though, it does deserving to my body is ready because, like I said, everything needs to be in a character where it surely shines bright everything to it. And I do agree about the fake out thing, where you're showing a character where its game is on the was it the Wii?
It was a Wii.
Yeah, and the Wii game, and never brought a pot again afterwards until Smash 4 comes to the relevance. So Little Mac is like literally banking that without having any real structure to his own game, where people want to play. I don't know, want to play Punch Out for some odd reason. So that's why it's giving the teeter of my body is ready or it's all right.
What about you, Kendall? What do we think about it?
Oh, alright. You already know I'm about to be right up on this thing, because I want this character in. So, so reason why I'm putting him in Body is Ready. Been wanting him since since Brawl, because looking at him as a assist trophy and see like his background and all this background and what he is and all that. And he had like lots of you can like do like a lot of stuff with the character, with the character, and plus you also have, and plus I love the I like I said I love the art style that they went with. It gave me like some Street Fighter 4 vibes, Street Fighter 4 vibes with that style, animation style. Um, the way how they showed them off was good in the end game with the end game stuff. like I said, the only downside is pretty much for his like fight style is pretty much him fighting in the air. Considering that he's like a box, like I said, air fighter mech.
Right.
And plus, but yeah, he's in the my body is ready. So I enjoyed it. I'm glad he was in. They revealed him. Um, and also I like that one wonderful one-on-one reference that they put in.
All right, so it's looking like I'm gonna go ahead and put him in. My body is ready. Cause I had heard all three of us make mention of that here specifically. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that to consensus.
Okay.
All right, next
Alright.
up.
The character that everyone thought it was you know who.
You know, it's the funniest thing to me because upon rewatching that trailer, I swear it it makes absolutely zero sense how anybody in their right mind could have thought that that was Mewtwo. And confusing a water shuriken and then a upside down silhouette of Greninja for Mewtwo is just the ultimate testament to like preconceived confirmation bias, like
Like come
just being on the forefront of everyone's minds. I guess
like
maybe because it was Pokemon and people saw that Charizard had got confirmed, that
yeah,
it was like, oh my god, bro, Mewtwo's got to be next. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
anticipating stuff.
yeah. And what people don't even realize is that probably gonna be focusing on like on the late on the latest gen at during that time.
Yeah.
And I think during that time, Sakurai didn't have any didn't have any like reference like on like what was Greninja's moves and stuff. All he all he was given was basically just his design and like what he looked like.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm somewhat unsure where I want to put Greninja here. Once again, I'm kind of teetering between my body is ready and I mean it's alright. On the one hand, I do think that it had good production value. Of course, like they essentially used the same battleground that was in the Mega Man trailer. But this time like in the middle of the day, and it was like more of a field that they were fighting, or like two sides of a war, kind of like factions. And I think that what they had Greninja doing, when he took the spotlight was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I would say to take points away though is the fact that because it was a dual reveal with Charizard, they had gave Charizard the first half of the trailer and then Greninja the second half. Which I don't know, it just kind of takes away from the spotlight of him being a newcomer, and the amount of time that he has to do stuff. With that being said, I did think that he did a pretty decent job with the time that he had at his disposal. But in general, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning in on maybe I mean it's all right tier because I genuinely don't know if I genuinely don't know if I feel like it's in the same tier as the two that would be above it. For example, like especially factoring in the fact that at the time, tons of people thought that it was Mewtwo, and then they realized it's Greninja. And it's like if you're not a Greninja fan or generally like a Gen 6 fan of Pokemon, then you immediately go from like, oh my god, it's hype. Like there's a reason why that top tier is named what it is. And then you proceed to see that, cool Pokemon, but in general, it's just not where you thought it was gonna go. That's why I feel like it's in that middle tier. What y'all think?
I would say for me, I only have one option for me. And I think it's the trailer. Is like my body is ready, and I will have some pushback on what you said about earlier about dual character. Actually, it's true. Trio. It's a trio. What you call it? Reveal because Lucario was brought back, and people would think that Lucario is not coming back.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So to miss things, the cinematic is great. I love how all the Pokemon was assembled, especially when during the time where at its peak, Gen 6 was at its core.
With X and Y.
Yes, exactly. And everyone expected a new Pokemon. Although they didn't suspect it would be too soon of a new Pokemon, because everyone was suspecting Mewtwo to take the lead. Because I mean, come on, you got all these Pokemon, especially the legendaries come to play as well, and then you got Charizard like fighting the shit out of like the other characters, the first party characters, to do the bidding, and then what essentially happens is where people want Mewtwo so badly they overshot their blindness over the figure of the character, not realizing what they're looking at is a water shuriken instead of a shadow ball. And it's not everyone's fault that it's not a that it's not what you call it, mistaking a water shuriken to a shadow ball. However, though, it would just shows that people really care about the character, and that's why I would say it's dock points from being the Mewtwo what you call it reveal.
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Yes, and I haven't even got to the good stuff yet. Yet, so with that being said, after his reveal, all he shows was the character with like skill movesets, preferably what you call it, a projectile, counter, and a couple of move swings. And that's pretty much his strongest what you call it, his strongest moves. And then you got Charizard, who had confirmed alongside with Greninja. It shows to say that it shows that what you call it, Pokemon Trainer isn't there anymore. So Charizard is a solo character with like new movesets like Flare Blitz. And then you got Lucario, got the Mega Forms alongside with Charizard, which is its just final moves in the game. Even though they're just there, they brought it back to things, and that's like the second time. Alongside like the Villager trailer, this is the second time we've ever seen like a dual or trio trailer for characters to be confirmed.
Right.
And that, I mean, not every returning character should have like a cinematic own trailer, because we already know that Pokemon or any other first parties or any of that is coming back on the long slide because people cared about the characters. However, though, I want to say dock points. I want to say it doesn't dock points of like showing too little. It's just that they had their place and they served it. And they give the last few moments with a Greninja to it.
Right. What
So
you think
pretty
about?
much,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
so pretty much good cinematic, good showing of the character. Like even there's a few moments, and first introduction of a trio, what you call it, character. Which I don't think that'll be the last time either, because I think a few more is gonna take along.
Right. All right. So what you think about that, Kendall?
For me, it's below my body is ready. Like, the trailer is good. Like Joe said, I like how they showed off all the Pokemon before to get it to get it out of the chest, to get it out of the blue for all the people to say, okay, who's gonna show up? Who's gonna show up in the Pokeballs? Who's not? So it's like, there you go. There you had Charizard, which I was just like, I was like, oh boy, oh boy, can't wait to hear the gym, can't wait to hear the gym one, can't wait to hear the gym wonders. And then and then everybody's about to get Mario Charizard about to be get clapped up, clapped up.
Yep. Hi, Harper. We're recording right now. We're doing a tier list for all the Smash Bros. Character reveals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what was it? But yeah, uh, but yeah, Mario Charizard, they're about to throw hands, and then Greninja's about to throw that water shuriken, which I literally knew that was literally him right off from the bat. like all like Book said, I don't know how people got confused, but hey, 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 I'll be on it. Rule of thumb. And then you get his like both of their like the in-game animation, show off their in-game stuff and how they play and fight, in which I already knew like they were going to be using like their like Charizard and like Lucario were gonna get their like have their like their final smashes will be X and Y. They're like Mega Evolution forms. So yeah, I will put it below around the good below My Body's Ready. Still a good trailer. Still a good trailer.
Of course. Absolutely still a good trailer. All right, so then I guess the next question would be is, do we make an addendum to order within the tiers or not? Are we ordering within the tiers or no? Because I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like this Greninja trailer is better than the Rosa trailer. So it's like, do we think that everything in the same tier is roughly relative, or do we think that there should be a clear order?
I say, well, because it depends on what the hype was around the character. I don't think hype or expectation of a character we wanted doesn't equal to how good the trailer is. I mean, to me, all I think about is what is the good stuff like the cinematics and character reveals, how the character moves and such. I mean, those mattered because something like the Wii Fit trailer, the short is like short and clean. Not the very good ones. That's why it's on the mid section. So
Right.
I don't think we should put it in order.
All right. So we'll
Yeah.
keep it relative then.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and
Alright.
put in. All right, tier.
Alright. Time. I don't know who's the next, but let's keep on trucking.
This fighter from Hyrule is quite impressive indeed. For a mere mortal.
Nice try! You're nothing compared to the Underworld army! Lady Palutena?
Oh, I'm not here to save you, Pete. I'm here for a little, divine intervention.
Wait, you want to fight too, Lady Palutena?
I'm no stranger to fighting. Have you forgotten that time we fought each other?
Well, yeah, sure. But that was when the Chaos King had you under mind control.
Well, anything an angel can do, a goddess can do better. Perhaps you'd like to see some of the powers I once used to protect you. Heavenly Light, Explosive Flame, Warp, Rocket Jump, Reflect, Auto Reticle, Jump Glide, Counter, Super Speed, and Angelic Missile. Celestial Fireworks. Lightweight. Black Hole. Mega Laser.
You don't have to prove anything to me, Lady Palutena.
Looks like angels only talk big. Many worthy foes have gathered here. And I won't hold back on anyone. Dark Pit. You just dropped in to crash my party?
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm really curious to hear y'all thoughts about this one.
Alright. First things first. This was also the start of Nintendo's E3 2014.
Pretty good.
Because it was this and the other two that we'll be getting in, other two trailers that we'll be getting into, if the playlist has them.
What else did they announce? It was Dark Pit and some other.
Pac-Man and the Mii Fighters.
Ah, okay, right. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah. And I also have more to say on Nintendo's E3 2014, but I'll save it for the end after my thoughts, after my and your guys' thoughts. Basically, it was basically a shoe-in that she was gonna get in, cause A, Sakurai's working on this on the game. B, he worked on Kid Icarus Uprising. C, we already knew we was gonna get like another Kid Icarus rep after Uprising did really well. The 3DS. And, and Al, try to think. Oh, I like that for its reveal that they did like a Lomax reveal. They with they did like an anime style trailer for Palutena, which was cool. His stuff. Her moves are nice and all that. So overall, I would say in in between in between good in between good or up or around like in the plus A good. A plus good.
Those are pretty good thoughts. All right. What about you, Joel? What we think? What's the word?
I do believe that it's just all right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the animations a lot, but I don't believe it's like carrying out what I would suspect it to be. Especially where we got like other cinematic, what you call it, stuff with 3D on the top is really good. So I think that's just a bias thing for me. However, I like how they improvise, like how interactions of her saying stuff with Pit while fighting the shit out of like all the characters with like move sets that she has to give it an idea that people will have, which is nice. And surprisingly, this is a dual trailer, barely like low, like very low ball. during the fact that Dark Pit came joined to the fight.
Right.
We all know, it's like another clone for Pit.
And also, a little soft confirmation that yeah, Dark Pit's joining the fight, joining Smash.
Yeah. So for me, I think yeah, it's just an alright trailer. It doesn't give out any special treatment to it. I mean, it's just only barely like 3 characters fighting, and then Dark Pit joining the fight to it
Yeah, shit.
to crash the party to it.
Yeah, I might as well probably just kind of lower a bit, like you'll now then think about. I might just lower a bit to like a high all right. But like you said, it's a decent.
It's a decent trailer with a good idea what the character could be, and not to mention that nobody suspected this character to join in,
Yeah,
except for like Kid Icarus people.
I mean, I already knew she was getting in because like look who's working on the game. Like,
Right.
I mean, even so, yeah, it's a alright for me.
all right,
All right.
so
Yeah. So this is gonna be real light work. You know what I'm saying? Quick, pretty much unanimous decision. And the reason I say that is because I'm in complete agreement. I think that it's in the mid tier, or not the mid tier, but it's in that middle tier. All right. Y'all pretty much covered all the bases that I would have wanted to touch upon. One of the things that I wanted to mention is that, like some of the other trailers that we looked at before, one of the biggest things that I feel like we're gonna also see going forward that is gonna kind of dock some of the aura of the trailer, to be, if I'm being completely honest with you, is you cannot come out here and show me something that is arguably cooler than the trailer itself, or like arguably more desirable than the trailer itself. So for example, with the Palutena trailer, you coming through with that nice animation style, you got the fight going on with Pit and Link. And at the time, especially, what did everybody and their mom think in the back of their minds? Oh man, wouldn't it be cool if they had a Smash Bros. Anime? That's exactly what people were thinking. So with that being said, you cannot put the thought of a potential Smash Bros. Anime into my mind and then have the rest of the trailer play out and, you know, it'd be decent. It's cool. But ultimately, I leave the trailer wanting a Smash Bros. Anime more than Palutena herself in the game. That's kind of crazy. If I were to double back with this same logic to some of the other trailers, it'd essentially be the same thing, which is part of the reason why they are where they are and why they're not in, let's say, that topmost tier. Which is like, for example, Little Mac. You have me leaving that trailer wanting a a Punch Out game, a new Punch Out, arguably more than Little Mac being in Smash Bros. Not to say that it's not hype that he's in Smash Bros, but it's like when you show me that nice ass animation and you portray it in a way that makes it seem like you could be announcing a new Punch Out game, it becomes a point of contention. Once again, same thing with Rosalina and Luma. I touched upon it a little bit earlier. Same thing. The way that trailer starts out, it makes you think that it could be a new Kirby's Air Ride. Then it seems like it could be a Kirby and Mario Kart crossover or some type of a Nintendo racing game crossover. And then ultimately it's just a Rosalina announcement. Not to say that it's not exciting, because it is. It's Smash Bros. Newcomers, Smash Bros. DLC and all that. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna show me something that is arguably more desirable than the actual basis of the announcement, you're gonna start getting points docked, and that's the fundamental reason why it has to be in the I tier. But with that being said, man, let's move on to the next one.
Also needed to say this. I think from here and out, I don't think we're gonna get as much as a cinematic trailers we wanted all the time. So
Yeah.
most of the stuff is probably gonna be all right still or mid.
Yeah. And also now, like, after this and the next two that are coming, that are gonna be shown, this is where, like, revealed during, like, the E3 2014, where basically, in my opinion, Nintendo literally this was one of their best E3s that they had.
Yes, sir. That was a pretty good one. Off the rip, if you ask me, I mean, there should be pretty consensus. At least I will hope so. I don't see why it wouldn't be. In my opinion, it's easily My Body Is Ready tier. Just based off of the history involved. It's based off of the president involved. The fact that Pac-Man finally gets into Smash Bros. Similarly to how Mega Man finally gets into Smash Bros. Or how it's anticipated. Especially the second Mega Man got into Smash Bros. Pretty much all eyes turned to Pac-Man as like, well, you're kind of like the odd man out of all the iconic video game icons of the mid to late 80s and the 90s. You're like the only one that is not represented in Smash Bros. So the fact that he finally gets in and the trailer's pretty good to accommodate is, I mean, that's basically the entirety of the case right there. What y'all think?
Yeah, for me, it would be My Body Is Ready. Or sometimes maybe just a highball. It's all right for me. I mean, there's no cinematic to it. However, though, the hype around the character will rewards the basis of what people wanted to see. And I see some more gameplay of like in a stage as well, which I don't think we got in a character stage yet. So this is pretty much the first time we ever get a character stage alongside with the character in the trailer. So
Kendall, thoughts?
Alright. Alright. For me, I would say in the, around the low, my body is ready, and between a low, my body is ready, and around the A plus, the A plus. Why? Cause like one is it's Pac-Man. Like literally, like, and Bandai Namco's was working on this, working on the game. So it's a no-brainer. He's gonna show it. And plus, there was like an interview where me and Mother said at one point that he wanted Pac during the Brawl days. He wanted Pac-Man. He wanted Pac-Man in there, and now his wish came true. Second, it's nice that like Joel said, it's nice that we got like some like not only gameplay footage of him from not only the Wii U version, but also like 3DS, but from the 3DS. Cause, cause we just been like getting like after the Wii Fit trailer, we just been getting like nothing but trailers showing gameplay footage of all the fighters from the Wii U version. And what else? What else? What else? Oh, and the reason why I have it at like in between is because they revealed him in closed doors, meaning that you had to go on the internet, search, uh, go on like either Twitter or Twitter or Facebook, mostly Twitter, and find out from some random person like how who's getting what's happening during closed doors. Because because that was the time like Sakurai was like doing a closed doors interview, and that was when he was revealing the character. So yeah, that's how I feel.
Yes, sir, man. It's looking like it's gonna be in that second to top tier. All right, so what do we have next?
I think it's the Meat Fighters.
Me fighters. All right.
Also,
So I find it fascinating that this trailer was predominantly used as the catalyst to announce Amiibo, actually, if I remember correctly. This is where
Yeah.
Amiibo had got their start with Smash Bros. I don't remember if the first couple of Amiibo had launched before this trailer in Smash 4 or if it was like in the midst of it, but I remember I specifically remember the marketing and the promotion for how Amiibo had got their start around that time was based off of that trailer. Also, you know, of course I gotta pay my dues and pay my respects to the late great Satoru
yep,
Iwata. It's always
Oh
nice seeing
man.
him again.
yep.
Every hardcore Nintendo fan knows that losing him was a tough day.
Oh yes.
Um, but with that being said, I think that the trailer ultimately I think I'm gonna put it in the all right tier. Um, I am just pretty much just based off of the fact that it's somewhat similar to the logic that I employed for Wii Fit Trainer. Difference being that I think that the production value of it was substantially higher, of course, because I mean the Wii Fit Trainer vid was like I think 1 minute, and it was kind of like, hey guys, like Wii Fit Trainer is coming to Smash Bros. Like, okay, I guess, but with this one, you know, they got Iwata there, they got Reggie there, they got the live action stuff going on. They're doing some nice transitions. Um, and then on top of it, you know, you see the gameplay of the different kinds of me class types that you can have, stuff like that. So in general, I feel like I want to put the me's in all right tier. But of course, I'm willing to hear arguments for higher or lower.
For me, it's a right tier, especially when it comes to like, well, what I say, where there's no cinematic. However, though, I do love the choreography of like between Iwata and Reggie, two goats fighting for the love of Smash Bros. Where we on, and the promotion of like the amiibos was something that a lot of people want. So, like a lot of people will chuck to it. It's like the start of like the new marketplace that a lot of people are doing, especially like rare characters that people will pay money for. What you call it? The Mii's themselves, they're pretty much the very essential bro. I don't want to say broken characters, but like they're very strong characters that a lot of people will not integrate it because of a lot of moves sets that they can have to customize. Which that's a lot. That's a lot for me like that, and it showed off to it. And then with the amiibo activating, and then literally beating some ass to the characters to themselves. Very anticipated. What you call it, promo. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. It's pretty much a promo to like not just like the character themselves, but also like the integrated. What you call it, amiibos to play around with to make them stronger and such. So for me, it would be the around a right tier.
Um, recipes to the goat. Iwata. Some he has pretty much made everyone's lives happy, and gave us so many memories to cherish. All that. Second, that fight, that fight was pretty funny. And all I saw was basically United States versus Japan. So yeah. Um. Also, the Mii's being Smash. I mean, should have happened. Should have happened a long time ago. But hey, they're in. They're in. Not complaining. Like how they use the amiibo. They use like the amiibo feature and all that. So I would say, the me trailer, it did what it needed to do, showed off what it needed to do, and all that. So I would say I would give it a I.
Alright. Looking like it's going into the alright tier.
And since we're now at the very end of the what of the E3 2014, we might as well get our thoughts on Nintendo on that on Nintendo's E3 of 2014. Just
Man, thoughts on Nintendo 2014 for E3 would be rough for me because I haven't had the chance to watch it in a while. I think the last time I rewatched it was sometime in the middle of last year, maybe the year before that. And it wasn't of my own accord. It was because I was doing a co-watch in the Discord server. Good friend of mine, friend of ours, Cameron. He was in the Discord server and he was pulling them up and we was watching them, but I haven't watched it since then, a while back. So I don't remember too much from that E3 aside from the fact that, of like when it takes place, the fact that it's before Nintendo did the whole robot chicken thing the year after. The fact that E3 had these Smash Bros announcements. A couple of other things. But honestly, I genuinely feel that 2013 for the right reasons, 2015 for the wrong reasons are more memorable, if I'm not mistaken.
mm. All right.
Up next,
Now,
Next up, we should have well, I don't know how controversial this character is, but I mean, I know at the time when she had got announced, it was it sparked some debate
ooh
about whether or
boy.
not it should even be in the game.
Meanwhile, I was
Uh,
just happy with the character. I was happy for it that was coming back. I was just happy for it.
yeah, man, we got thoughts. Let's get into it.
What is this power? For my father.
going to be all right. Time to tip the scale.
Robin!
Smash has many powerful foes, Lucina. But I am no ordinary swordsman. Thunder! Elf Thunder! Arc Thunder! And Thoron! Arc Fire! Elwind! Nosferatu!
Wow, you have so many tomes.
I can only use them so many times, which is why I carry my Levin sword.
This is no time for me to rest. I'll fight at your side. Is that the Hero King himself?
And the Radiant Hero of Legend. Worthy opponents indeed!
I suppose I'll get my chance another day.
Crop! On my mark!
Time to tip the scales! Arc Fire! Arc Thunder! Thoron!
I suppose I'll get my chance another day.
Not fair! Anything can change! Ether!
Okay.
All right. So there's a very clear and distinct reason why I had made sure that we pulled up Crom right alongside the Lucina and Robin reveal, as opposed to waiting a little later down the lineup. And the reason why, even though it's a bit of a retroactive term, because at the time it wasn't until Ultimate dropped, regardless, it still applies. Because the Lucina trailer is our reveal to our first set of newcomer Echo Fighters. Essentially what the clone characters used to be in Smash Bros. And the reason why I brought up Crom specifically is because he's featured at the end of that trailer, and I knew for a fact that he also has his own trailer for when they decided to make him his own fighter. So there's no point in waiting on him. So with that being said, the thing about that trailer, and really the three of them, I mean, Crom to a lesser extent, since he technically has his own trailer, but I mean, you might as well consider it all part of the same, is that there's essentially 4 character reveals here. There's Lucina, Robin, Captain Falcon, which for the purposes of this tier list isn't counted, and then Crom. And off of the bat, the biggest knock against the 3 of them as a trio is the fact that Captain Falcon was substantially more hyped than literally anything that they could bring to the damn table. This shit is tragic. Secondly, the fact that Lucina, at first, it seems like, oh, going toe to toe with Captain Falcon, all of that, but then you cut to gameplay and realize that Lucina is essentially a clone, which once again retroactively known as Echo Fighter of Marth. Uh, Flash forward down the timeline, and the same thing applies to Crom, but this time for Roy. And the only part of intrigue, uh, for the sake of the Fire Emblem franchise, is Robin, who in Fire Emblem Awakening is like the player character insert. And you know, Robin is pretty cool. He kind of does what he needs to. You know, play as male or female Robin, but for the most part, at the end of the day, all three of them are thoroughly outshined by Captain Falcon. And the fact that that trailer in general is like, I don't know, I guess just a faulty representation of how cool Fire Emblem can be is the reason why I personally am unwilling to put it really any higher than mid tier. I think that of the three of them, like if I were to split them up, I think that Robin is the most likely to be higher. I could probably put him in the I tier, but in general, like I'm pretty much laser focused and locked in on mid tier.
Hmm. All right. I will say this: for someone who plays the Fire Emblem games before, I mean like you said, the faulty representation of their own, like how awesome Fire Emblem can be. But hence why a lot of people don't like Fire Emblem characters because they tend to see as like another sword fighter play the same thing, yada yada yada. However, though, for the sake of the trailer itself is actually pretty good for the most part. Has seven cinematics to it. Have both of them, what you call it, both Lucina and Robin, shows what they really can do. Especially Robin. Robin has a lot of cool things that a lot of people didn't know as a mage, and that's very new for Fire Emblem, especially these around Fire Emblem characters that is just only weapons. A mage of itself is a high caliber to it. So putting that aside, especially if you know the lore between the characters, you would already know why Lucina plays like Marth, which is another thing I would say is where even though we got other characters like Dark Pit and Pit, Marth and Lucina plays the same, but the only difference is where it's like damage output and tippers. That's pretty much it. And for the sake of Crom, and I would say I will put Crom in a separate trailer. I do believe Crom, the trailer itself, is a mid tier. I mean, it doesn't show too much as a character, and doesn't show too much as an end game character to give a perspective of him being cool. I mean, I like Crom, and people want Crom ever since the trailer showed up in 4. However, it doesn't show the rawness or the output of a character it needs to be a good game character trailer compared to Robin and Lucina. Which you can argue if it's really outshined by Captain Falcon and such, because people are looking into like the conversation around those two characters because they thought, oh no, we got too many Fire Emblem characters now. So I don't know. That's really up to debate. and it's one of what you call it, and it's one of what you call it, Nintendo's Fire Emblem games highest gross from Awakening.
My thoughts. Um, basically, I was just goggling on seeing my boy Falcon, Falcon in that back. Meanwhile, I was just sitting in the back. I was just sitting in the back, just laugh. I was just laughing on the people that was wanting that was thinking that Crom was gonna get in instead of Crom was gonna get in instead of Robin. Um, in game was nice. In game was nice. Showed off what Robin could do. Robin was and what and like Buck said, it was like a intro. Both her and Crom were like the huge introduction. Were like the introductions to fighters, which which were a great way to show them off. So overall, I would say, mm, good. Mm, just good.
And what about the Crom trailer?
Mm, I would say it was just a little reveal. So basically, I would just say it just I, it just I, because all it was, it was just basically here's the character, here's the character, he's in the game. So yeah.
All right, so we're saying, because personally, I think that all three of them are supposed to be in mid tier, but we're saying where Crom
Whoa,
go.
that's crazy.
That's literally, you heard my argument. That's literally what I think. But we're saying, Joel, you said you think that Lucina and Robin should be in all right
All
tier.
right. Yeah, because it's
And
all right, because not really substantial, really, because we see it coming, because the Fire Emblem Awakening was the higher grossing for their franchise. So apparently, is a guarantee that some of the characters will come in. But however, though, I mean, there's cinematic stuff, the in game and stuff, alongside with what you call it, Captain Falcon in the background, Crom being a final smash like, it's something that a lot more family fans will go by, and some people would be like, yeah, it's all right. It's nothing mid or anything like that. Now the Crom trailer, now that's a whole lot of mid. I mean, it has no something to go by, but rather than just show the character, show a couple of cute things, only give one or two moves, because it's just a little clone to Ike, and that's pretty much it. You cannot tell me that the Crom trailer and the Lucina and Robin trailer is the same tier, because oh lord, if we look back to the Wii Fit, nah, that's not something that to look upon about.
all right.
feeling it. Now it's short time. This is the Monado's power. Jump! Speed! Shield! Buster! Smash! Atom shock! Air slash! Backslash! A vision! I see it! Dunbar! Ricky! Let's go, everyone!
Ricky, leave that one for Dora.
Show! Go!
Fancy meeting you here, Monado boy.
Oh, how much I want to say this one.
All right, man. So
I feel like we should let Joe. Joe.
yeah, and Joel, you want to take point on this one?
Oh, yes, I will. So apparently, this for me, it will go to be My Body Is Ready.
Okay.
New character, new franchise to the playlist. Great cinematic between characters, including himself, especially like backslash the shit out of Bowser, and then go toe to toe with Marv and what you call it,
Link.
yeah, Link, and then we get into the in-game character, which show us the new moves, new gimmick, which with the Monado power gives him. And then with like new skin characters to it. Like pretty much he has the full package of a good character trailer, well received by others. Yeah, and that's why he's my take for My Body Is Ready. Easily there. Especially when what you call it? Xeno Chronicles. I think I butchered it, my bad. But that game
Xenoblade
was pretty
Chronicles.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that game was pretty fun, and a lot of fans are well receptive to that as well. Hence why.
Jesus, that mic.
My bad.
You good? Was that the bulk of your point though?
Oh yeah, that's the bulk of my point. You got some of it, like the Little Mac presentation to it, Pac-Man hype, Villager hype, which is the new Kickstarter, and this is the one, the new Kickstarter. And I'm not talking about the meme either. Started of a new franchise that a lot of people. Well, I don't know if it's a lot of people, but people wanted this character to begin.
Whew. Yes, sir. All right, thoughts, Kendall?
All right. When I already knew he was gonna come in, cause as soon as I saw like tweets from show Shulk's VA, uh, say like, I did some recordings for some games. For some games. Alright, that was like the first. That was like the first call. First call they say. I was, but character itself, like Joel said, finally got said a new franchise. Did what needed to do. Didn't needed to do. I'm glad that they used the one track that was also wanting in Smash, that they used for this trailer, and I'm happy. I was happy for it. And by the in game, liked how they showed him off with all his speed, buster, shield, uh, attack, all that. I like how Ricky and Dum were there to give him support as during his final smash. And also MP personal side note, he was one of my mains in Smash 4. So my body is ready.
The primary reason why I think that he's in there, which I'll go ahead and put him there since we're all in agreement that he's up there, is that for me, he gave us a generational meme in it's Shulk time, I was saying. And then on top of it, pretty much all other aspects apply. Quality production, solid gameplay. We got a breakdown of his mechanics. Cool looking character. As a side note, I do remember the debates and the debacles, the controversy about all the 3DS leaks, whether or not Shulk was actually in the game, because people thought it was Little Mac, so it was a fake mock-up and all that stuff.
Got to mention that.
Which was something. I don't even remember what side of that debate I was on. I think I thought it was fake, but I can't even tell you. I'm not gonna lie. Because I just remember when it was finally confirmed, it got confirmed via Miiverse, which was something else, man. It was a spectacle to behold. But yeah, just in general, I mean, pretty simple. Keep it short and sweet. Make it easy. And throw them in the ready tier.
All right, so does anyone want to take point on this, or am I gonna get it started?
Mm, you can.
All right, so quick thoughts out of the way with Bowser Jr. and the rest of the Koopalings. Personally, right now I'm thinking it's in the I tier once again. Um, Predominantly because of the character itself as opposed to the trailer. I mean, I think that the trailer is fine. Like, it has high production value. It's comparable to the Greninja trailer and the Mega Man trailer in terms of production value because of the CG parts of the trailer, which is really cool. Like, some of the fighting that they were doing in the CG parts of the trailer was really cool. But what the problem with Bowser Jr., specifically Bowser Jr.'s trailer, in the context of this ranking, is just the fact that it's Bowser Jr. I don't know. It's just, to me personally, it's one of those kinds of things where if you're gonna evaluate how hype something is, or like how exciting it's supposed to be, you have to take into account and consideration the personnel that you have involved. And in my opinion, the personnel is just not warranted, or like having a immense level of hype is not warranted for Bowser Jr. of all characters. Um, in addition to that, like the rest of the Koopalings as well, it's cool. It's nice to see them as not clones, as alternate costumes.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, it's just one of those things where it's like it's cool that he's in the game, but there's a there's a level of expectation that Bowser Jr. would have eventually gotten in Smash Bros. Regardless, and just the fact that like you could have easily anticipated that the character should have been in Smash Bros. Pretty much since Brawl, because the Koopa kids specifically, not Bowser Jr., but the other Koopa kids have been around since Mario Bros. 3, and then Bowser Jr. um had been around since Sunshine, I think. And because of that, they all could have been in the lineup by the time of Brawl, but I guess Sakurai just didn't want to include them for whatever reason in his roster development, which is fine. But once again, bro, it's just, I don't know. To me, it's not really an issue of the actual trailer's production quality, but it's just a personnel problem. Like that same production quality on a character like a Sora later down the line we'll get to, or like a Sephiroth or something, would be super high ranking in my opinion. But it's just, once again, it's just a personnel issue.
Hmm. Which I would agree to his standpoint 100%. I feel like the character itself, it's really important. So whatever production it needs to be equate to the character. I mean, level of production in the trailer is high and solid. I mean, I would give it a right treatment as well, considering the fact that it has everything it needs to be as a trailer to be in the character trailer. However, though, it's something that the character itself deserving of that. I don't know. I mean, Bowser Jr. is anticipated because another what you call it what you call it first party character expected it to be, especially with like villains in the mix.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say I'll give the right treatment since Block's already pointed out all the key points I want to say.
Yeah, yeah, like, and like I said, and I'm just gonna add this, like, alright, you just literally took all the things I was gonna say. But I'm just gonna also add this, like, and this is also another character that pretty much should have been, literally was gonna be in there no matter, because next to Bowser, he was Bowser Jr. was also like the another popular like Mario Kart villain in the series. And with like and with like the Koopalings being skins for Bowser Jr., which was good choice. Like, so yeah, same thing. I
All right, man. Thank God they did that, cause boy, I tell you, if they had split that up, and you telling me that Bowser Jr. and his 8 variants would have been taking up 9 roster spots
oh
instead of
fuck,
letting other characters get in the game, I would have crashed out. I'm sorry.
oh lord, oh
I would have
lord,
crashed out. I can't lie
that
to
would have
you,
been.
bro.
I would just say pull a Peter Griffin, and just say done. All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, man.
Next, next up is is the second joke character for this game.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember this one.
This
I'm not
one.
gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is teetering for me.
Go ahead and take point.
For
I want to hear your thoughts on this one, cause
I don't know. To me, it feels like an alright trailer or mid for me. It's teetering the two. I'm sorry. It's like something about the character. I think the problem with the character for me is where it's supposed to be a joke character, especially from a very obscure franchise like never had like seen the get the day of life. of another sequel and such. So this is like pretty much out of the blue for me. Why mid tier? For first of all, look at the character. It's a dog. It's a dog and a duck hunt.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It's Banjo Kazooie. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, shut up. Oh, shut up.
LMAO. Yo, Banjo Stray is crazy.
But for production wise, it's a very good production wise for this character, hence why the alright treatment is there. But for that to be the happening with just Duck Hunt is, or the aura is not there for me to see him as like as a joke character. Like see him as a realistic character to play with him. And I get that Smash Bros are supposed to be like the fun what you call it, the fun game you can play with friends and such, like a party game, whatever. But however, this isn't it for me. So I will say I will give it a 50-50 on alright, low ball on mid. So I would take you to what your thoughts on this, because I already have my answer.
Uh, yeah. So for Duck Hunt, the reason why I wanted to hear at least one of y'all two's thoughts is just so I could get a better idea of what we thinking and kind of narrow myself down, because I'm thinking that this thing could range anywhere into the bottom 3 tiers, bro. The I tier, mid tier, and I'm sleep. To be fair, now that I heard like your rationale, some of the argument, I do think that it shouldn't be below Wii Fit Trainer, because I think it was a better trailer than Wii Fit's, because that one was really like just short and just like simple and just kind of like, here's the character. So
Yeah,
based
that's
off
why I say
of
low ball.
so based off of the fact that Duck Hunt is doing more than that and just being like providing more than that, then I'll keep it at mid tier at least in terms of the bottom end. Now, how high I want to go with it, I'm unsure. I'm not gonna lie, because the one thing that I have to say is that if you like off the top of my head, compare it to literally every other reveal in the tier above it. So in the I tier, it is substantially below. I say arguably substantially below every other trailer in production value. Combined with the fact that once again you have what I consider a personnel issue. It's just the fact that you're revealing Duck Hunt, which historically, I mean, the trailer makes self-referential fact of that the character has been around since Mario and Link and all that with the NES, which is cool, but at the end of the day, compared to all those other games, it's undoubtedly the most niche. It's easily the most easily forgotten. So I just feel like in my mind, this thing cannot, like, it basically has to be in the mid tier.
Yeah. Like, and like you said, and to add more, like, it's nice. It's nice. I understand why they put him in as like, because hey, we gotta have a joke, obligatory joke character, and I understand, but out of all the joke characters that they did for Smash, up to that point, I was like, this one was just eh. And plus, like you said, with like this is like not only like a representation of like the Duck Hunt, but also like the NES Zapper games like Wild Gunman, uh, Hogan's Alley, all that. To
All right.
so yeah,
It looks like we
so
got
yeah,
a
mid
verdict.
tier for me.
Note to self that this is the first cinematic mid tier we had.
Yeah, unfortunate, but that's how the cookie crumbles, bro. Man, easy work. Simplest decision I've ever made in my life.
It's obvious. It's so obvious.
Oh, hold
Now,
on, fellas.
well, all right. You want to take point, or I'm taking point? Cause I got a couple of things to say too.
Well, I would say this before the trailer, they had a announcement way before the trailer came in where Mewtwo would be a DLC character to it.
Yeah, and
So the
that
hype, so the hype was already there already. It's just that this was just the cookies and the cinematic was kind of lackluster. It was all gameplay. However, though, it's still hype as shit.
Yeah.
But I want to say it goes to the Mewtwo section, even though Etika himself said it all these years. Oh shit, it's Mewtwo.
Also, rest in peace to the legend. To the
Indeed. However, though, this isn't the top. I would say it would be like around. My body is ready. Highball. My body is ready.
thoughts, Kendall,
Um,
if any.
um, I like what they showed. I like basically the all the rep stuff, all the stuff that they showed off, and also for the fact that they basically show his gameplay off during on April Fools, which was basically on April, which was basically funny.
That's what's up. Yeah. So I mean, you guys pretty much touched upon most of the stuff from
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I do find it kind of ironic that we have our top tier named Mewtwo, and there actually is a decent argument to be made that he shouldn't be in that tier. Specifically because the actual trailer itself, as opposed to the character, was kind of more middle of the pack. It's essentially the inverse of what I've been saying for some of the other characters like Duck Hunt or Wii Fit or Bowser Jr., which is, instead of being a problem, it's actually a personnel positive, which is the fact that it's Mewtwo of all characters is what's like pushing the bulk of the hype in the situation. And as a result, the rest of the trailer that's around him is arguably a little lackluster since there's no CG. It's all gameplay, stuff like that. But personally, regardless, despite those facts, I think that the reason why I still want to put him in that topmost tier and have him be succinct with the name of the tier is the fact that if I remember correctly, anyways, Mewtwo was our first confirmation with this
DLC.
trailer specifically for DLC, right? You read my mind. For DLC for Smash 4, and then obviously Ultimate afterwards. Because before this point, even though I'm pretty sure it was rumored, I mean, it makes all the sense in the world for it to be heavily rumored. It was never officially confirmed whether or not Smash 4 would get any DLC, which is part of the reason why there was so much speculation about what the finalized launch day roster was going to be, because people were kind of thinking it might err on the along the lines of Brawl, being that once the roster is finalized, that's it, and you gotta wait until the next Smash Bros. Game to drop. So I think the fact that it was our first like true genuine confirmation of DLC as a trailer is what pushes it over the edge for me, to be in the topmost tier.
Mm.
Okay, who we got next?
Next is another DLC character that got revealed the same day as Mewtwo. They're in that April Fool's Nintendo Direct.
PK Fire!
Yes, sir.
I think my decision is already clear, and I don't think people are gonna like me for it. But I believe there's a mid tier for me.
Mid tier, interesting.
I mean,
Because for two reasons. One, it's a returning character of like what we're seeing that we wanted it in the base game. And two, it was a DLC character slot that could have been swapped
Yeah.
around for everything to it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you moving me with that logic.
yeah,
I forgot that he was also a DLC.
yeah. Plus,
And you had to pay for that, actually. It
yep.
was paid
You know,
DLC.
paid DLC that could have been easily on the. If I remember correctly, Lucas was the only one out of like all the DLCs was just a returning character. So
Yeah,
him being DLC was like, yeah, no, he's mid tier for me, especially with no cinematic to it, just gameplay to it.
yeah, for sure, absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely moving me with that logic.
Yeah.
Pretty quick, easy work. All right, next up,
Next is a character. Right.
Which unfortunately got leaked, but we still
the
enjoy the trailer.
the both of them actually was
And let it be before then. Let it be known that I missed this trailer because I had to because I was at my other house. I was at my other house, which was sad.
僕を忘れないでほしいな。ついに帰ってきたぞ。守るべき者のために負けられない。
Yeah, remember I said that. Remember I said that the Lucas was like the only character that has a returning character to it. Yeah, my bad.
yeah, I was about to say via the exact same logic that we use for Lucas, I feel like there's pretty much only one place that Roy can go.
The midsection. I think this one was kind of unfair because literally, even though Lucas was a returning character and paid DLC to be back, Roy was only at Melee, but never as a returning character in Brawl. But this one is like he can get his chance back as a DLC character. However, though, because of the controversial thing around Lucas and the Robin, Roy unfortunately got the treatment of oh, here we go, another fireman character. Now we got like what, how many now?
Yeah, it really sucks. And mind you, this is given the fact that I actually was really excited for Roy back when he got revealed. Like I genuinely wanted Roy to come back because I always thought he was the coolest Fire Emblem character. But it's just the circumstances that he had to get re-revealed in were like really rough. So he ended up getting the short end of the stick as part of the Fire Emblem cast.
So both Lucas and Roy were both released on the same day. And alongside those two came another new challenger from the streets.